welcome to the latest edition of In Focus. I'm your host, Melina Chow. With me today is Amani Roberts, a professor at Cal State Fullerton in the Mahalo College of Business and Economics. His skills and expertise span across both entertainment and hospitality industries. Graduating from Howard University with a hospitality management degree, Roberts found himself immersed in the hotel business and held an executive role at the Marriott for about 20 years. While in college, he was inspired by DJ Biz Markie to become a professional disc jockey himself. He currently holds multiple hats, ranging from being a DJ, a podcaster, and a faculty advisor for the Music Industry Club on campus. One of his major roles currently on campus is co-directing the Center for Entertainment and Hospitality Management. We are very fortunate to have such a talented faculty member be part of our business school. Please welcome Amani Roberts. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very honored to be your guest.
Thank you. Well, let's just start. Tell me a little about yourself.
Good. Okay. So I'm originally from the Washington, D.C. area. As you said, born and raised there, went to Howard University, majored in hospitality management and finance there. When I graduated, I was working for Marriott. I started working for Marriott Hotels when I was probably about 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
Not too long ago. But then I worked in D.C., and then I moved to Atlanta to work for them in the 96 Olympics. And then I traveled around working for different hotels. I went from D.C. to Atlanta to Chicago to Dallas to Miami, back to D.C.,
Wow.
and then out to L.A. So I had different jobs in the hotel industry, general manager of a hotel, director of marketing at 3 hotels, and then I was regional director of sales and marketing. That was my last job with Marriott. As you spoke about, I saw DJ Biz Markie one time at a club in D.C. when I was very, very young, and he was amazing. He set the room off. He had this part of his set where he played theme show songs, like it was theme shows from my day, so a little older than you, like Different Strokes, What's Happening, Fat Albert, all Golden Girls, all these theme show songs. And it was just amazing. And so that's when I decided I wanted to be a DJ, but I thought that I couldn't be it wasn't a full-time profession. I was incorrect when I thought that. So because of that, I went and I started working for Marriott, but in every city I lived in, I would go and watch the DJs and kind of take notes and just see what was going on. And then finally, I moved out here to LA. And the good thing about living in Los Angeles and California compared to other areas of the country, based on my experience, is that if you have a dream or you want to do something more creative, it's encouraged. It's kind of part of the fiber of our city. And so when I got out here, I was like, oh, I want to be a DJ. And people are like, oh, you should go do it. You should go for it. So I went for it, and I started just teaching myself. So learning how to DJ, teaching myself. And then one of my close friends, Josh, he went to this school called Scratch Academy. And so it's like a college for DJs. And so I went to Scratch Academy, and it's like a year-long program, and you go and you have to pass tests, and you have to pass certain levels. And so we did that school, and what happened is that when you're going through, you have to take what's called Mixing 505. So it's the last class you have to perform. And I went through that class, and you have to get a 320 out of 400 to pass. So you have to get a B average. And when I was done through my courses, I ended up getting a 318 out of 400. So it's 2 points away. So they didn't pass me. So I had to take that one class over again. And so that was the point when I made the decision, do I want to keep going and really go for this? Do I really want it, or do I just want to take my ball and go home?
Right.
But I stuck with it, and I took the class again, and there's no guarantee you'll pass it because you have to do individual sets each time, so things can happen, equipment can fail, you could be off, you could not mix well.
Wow.
I ended up passing again, getting one of the highest scores ever in the class. So that was cool. It was cool. And so from there, I started to DJ more and more, and I then went back into the music production school that they had there. So I did that for a whole year. I passed that one the first time. I wasn't playing around then.
Yeah.
And so then I also produce music as well. I love to do remixes. I think just yesterday, my remix partner and I, we just finished the 12th song for our 3rd remix EP. So that'll come out, let's see, hopefully in a couple weeks. I got a little work to do.
Gotta check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, and so that's so for me, DJ, music producer, a faculty member here, also co-director of the center, and podcaster. Have my podcast. I think we're up to episode 119, 120.
Right.
And then in January, February, my first book will come out. So then you're going to add author to that as well too.
Oh my God! Look at you, so many hats.
I know, so many hats. But we'll talk about that a little later. So that's a little bit about me.
Yes. So about the Center for Entertainment and Hospitality Management, what can you tell us about it and what is your role? What does it entail for you?
So our Center for Entertainment and Hospitality Management, we call it the EHM Center. We're really focused on helping students who are in the college, Mahalo College of Business and Economics, but they selected their major to be Entertainment and Hospitality Management. And the center is focused on three things: making sure our curriculum is cutting edge, so making sure that we're preparing our students when they graduate so that they know about the industry, they are able to jump right in and work with different companies, whether it be a hotel company, amusement park, casino, music, film. So that's one of our goals. Our goal is also to have a wide variety of guest speakers that come for like professor in a day and also come to some of the events we have. So that's our goal as well. And then our third goal is really to raise money to support the center so that we can do different events, we can have different conferences, and that's pretty much what the center, our role is. And the one thing I really like about the major, EHM major here and the center is that we're one of very few colleges in Southern California, and really the West Coast and kind of the country that has the access to all of the hospitality companies in the area. Like we have, like Disney's a really big company area, but then you combine that with the entertainment companies that we have access to in LA, whether it be like HBO, Netflix, MGM Studios, like all those companies that are based in LA. And then we have the hospitality companies that are based in California as well. So we have a really unique access.
Right.
And our students come out very prepared for either the hospitality side and the entertainment side. So I feel that gives us a leg up on, I don't like to talk about competition, but of course we're competing. Our students are competing for jobs. So that gives us a leg up, and we really make sure our students are very well prepared. So I have a lot of pride about that.
Yes,
so, yes,
awesome,
definitely.
amazing. And how do you feel about being the director of the Center for EHM?
Well, I love it. It's very exciting. I love to give back to the students and share my expertise and contacts. And I find that, you know, when you help other people, it kind of fills you up as well, too. And just the fact that our students here are very hungry and they want to learn and they want to meet different people and they're ready to work and they're excited, that's inspiring to me. So I get inspired by the students as well. So I have, you know, it's just in me to help and to make sure we prepare them. So
Awesome.
Yeah, that's how I would answer that.
For Center of Entertainment and Hospitality Management, how do you feel that students can get more involved with the center and how do they could utilize the resources there?
I think first, just come and find me or, you know, myself and Dr. Kim. We're both directing the center. So come find us on the 5th floor in Mahalo next to the management office. Follow us on all our socials. I think it's like at CSUF EHM. That's like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn as well. And just come to our events. Like we have different events throughout the year that are open to the entire school. Come to our events, meet us, set up time to talk. I always spend time talking to students with like informational interviews. You can stop into some of our classes as well when we have guest speakers. Just try to find us, get involved, and once we know you and meet you, we'll make sure you stay involved. Join our mailing list. We have like an email newsletter that comes out. That's really effective as well. So you cover like whether it be social media or email, all that, and just come find us and we'll welcome you to the family and make sure you have all the information. If you have questions, you know, ask any question you have. There's no such thing as like a quote unquote dumb question. So just come and find us. Anything you're wondering, I had a couple students ask me about like, you know, releasing their music. I would love to talk to you about that. Other students want to come and say, well, I want to work in a hotel and work at the front desk. You know, we'll talk to you about that. We'll also introduce you to people that can help give you even more information because you can hear it from us. But then when you hear it from other professionals working, that has even more impact. So I think, you know, just come find us, either email, phone, social media, message us, and we'll respond right away.
Very cool. And would you be open to the idea of doing like a podcast with you or something like that? Or like DJing kind of thing?
We can do that. I'm open to it all. Definitely, yes. You know, I'm here to share.
Yeah, cool. So with the Center of EHM, what should we expect for the next few years to come?
So this year we just finished a really busy October. We just had our 2 events. The first event was Hello Hospitality, which is focused on like the hospitality industry, whether it be hotel companies, meeting planning companies, casinos. We just had that event in October, and then a couple weeks after that we just finished Entertainment Exclusive, which is more the entertainment side, where we had like DJs here, actors, people from the film studios, HBO, ABC, CBS. We had all the networks there, so we just finished that. Coming up in the spring will be our career exploration activity, where we'll have companies that are coming that are hiring both on the hospitality side and the entertainment side, and they'll be able to meet students. You can bring a resume, talk to them about what job openings they have. That'll be coming up in early spring. And then in the late spring, we're trying to plan like kind of like a mini conference where it'll be like maybe a day, hopefully like a Friday or Saturday where not many classes are being held. And we'll have breakout sessions for students so attendants that can learn. We'll have a couple keynote speakers as well, and then some networking also.
Awesome.
So we're working on trying to plan that. Hopefully we can make that happen in like the April and May timeframe. And those are maybe the 3 kind of or 4 kind of signature events we'll have for the center so far.
Okay.
We also have a couple industry insider events. We just had Sasha Tani from Universal Studios come by on Tuesday. And so we'll have different people from different industries come and speak during the week, during the school week as well. And so we'll sprinkle those in just to continue to give students access to people. They can learn, talk. So I'm not sure who we'll have in the spring. We're trying to get people from like HBO, Netflix to come to town as well. Also ASCAP also. So we get the music side, the hospitality side. I think we'll have a hotel general manager from maybe like Marriott or Kimpton Hotels. So we're working to get in a diverse group of people to come to campus to visit us. And that'll be other different kind of events here and there also.
Very cool. That is amazing. Students would definitely need to check those out. So is there any piece of advice that you would like to give for any student who are pursuing a career in the entertainment or hospitality industry?
I have a few pieces of advice. I would say definitely try to get involved either by interning right away, meet and network with people as we talked about in class. Definitely connect with them on LinkedIn right away. Like use that social media platform for its benefits. Attend conferences. One thing that we're working on in the spring coming up is to get a couple scholarships available for students to attend conferences like on the hospitality side. There's one of my favorite conferences is like the Meeting Professionals International, MPI. They have a conference called WeCon, which is up in Santa Barbara. So that's a good place for you to go and meet people there that are in hotels that you can learn from. And then on the entertainment side, there's a couple other conferences. Like I'm a really big fan of ASCAP. We talk about ASCAP as well.
Yes.
That happens in LA where all the artists and producers and musicians come to our city. And so it's easy access. So we're trying to get a couple of scholarships for each kind of event. There's a couple other, like I know a lot of students interested in like festivals and working in festivals. There's FestCon, which is happening in a couple weeks in November. So we're going to try to get some scholarships for that for next year. And then some other events in the summer. NAM is coming up, which is really popular. It's right down the street here in Anaheim in early January. So really just trying to, my advice would be just to attend these events so you can see what's possible, because a lot of us come to school here and we kind of just think, oh, I just might want to work in hotels, I just might work in a casino, but they don't realize everything else that's out there that you can do. And so it's our goal to really open everyone's mind to share all the possibilities. So
to try a little bit of everything.
Everything, yes. And then for students, like think big, like don't, if you think about it, you can do it. Like it's possible. Of course, you have to do a little work,
Of course.
But don't talk yourself out of things before we even research it and try it and think big, and it can happen for you. And just build your networks. A lot of this industry, as you know, is all about who you know.
Right.
So if you know the right people, coming from Cal State Fulton, we're going to be kind of tight already. We're going to have the knowledge and the work ethic. So I have no doubt about that.
For sure.
So we just got to get you in touch and get you in front of the right people, and then you're off and running from there.
Amazing. With so many hats, how do you juggle all those hats?
Yeah, that's a good question. It takes a lot of practice. So what I do is I try to really get a really strong morning routine, which helped me get started off on the day right. So what I'll do is I'll wake up in the morning and I will walk my dog. And then once I do that, then I'll come and do morning pages. So I'll do a little journaling, writing to kind of keep me organized for the day. And I do a lot of writing for both my job and just kind of personal. So I'll do a lot of writing in the morning. And then I'll set up each day with certain tasks I have to do. Like, for example, if we start on like a Monday, I know that Tuesdays is my big teaching day. So for Tuesday, Monday, I'll have to do a lot of like prep for teaching, make sure that the lesson plan is done and uploaded to Titanium and do all that. And then also Monday is the day that I will also finish editing my podcast. I'll do a lot of editing on like Saturday, and then Monday I'll finish it and get ready to upload it to the sites. And then also in between is like I'm preparing for maybe my DJ gigs throughout the week. If I have a gig on a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, I like to spend about 30 to 45 minutes kind of organizing music per day. Like if I hear some songs, I use my Shazam and or Spotify, and I'll kind of collect songs and kind of download them and map them out, which means notating where the chorus, the verses, listen to all of them, put them in my computer. I'll do that. And then it depends. Like some days I have meetings. Like I have a meeting usually Monday morning, a mastermind group meeting, so I'll do that. But they help keep me focused. On Wednesdays, I take piano lessons. So I'll go and take piano lessons for like 2 hours. It's like a piano lesson and then also a music production lesson as my remix partner. We work together. So these different activities I do throughout the week kind of keep me focused and like little kind of just monuments that I know, okay, on Wednesday I have my lesson. On Saturday or Friday or Saturday, I'll be editing a podcast. On Tuesday, I teach, and on Thursday, I'll come to campus and do center office hours. So then if I have to grade any papers, I know that I need to probably get my grading done, either exams or papers, by like, I try to get it done by like Friday or Saturday, because I want to like take Sunday off and try to do nothing on Sunday if possible. And so that's kind of, so I try to set that up. I use my calendar very effectively so I can block out time so I know I don't miss any appointments. I do that. I also will schedule in breaks each day so I don't go crazy pretty much.
Right.
So like I will, I try to read during lunch, either, probably during lunch I'll read because I like to read. So I'll do like a nonfiction book during lunch. And then before I go to bed, I'll also read as well, but usually that's fiction just to kind of relax the mind.
Okay.
And then, so by doing these different activities and setting up like certain things that happen on certain days, it kind of helps keep me focused and I can stay flexible enough. Like, for example, I got a call yesterday that they want me to do a gig on Saturday. So I'm able to kind of adjust and do things and respond quickly.
Right.
I try to kind of stay off email if I can after like 7 o'clock. So I have these different systems in place that help me kind of stay organized. I have help too. Like I have an admin, she'll help me out with doing different activities, like a monthly newsletter and things. So I have different activities throughout the week that keep me focused and on schedule. I use my calendar. And I still try to schedule enough downtime where I can still get a little balance if possible. And then so far, so good. It works out.
That's
but that's kind of how I juggle things. I'm still learning, but that's what's been most effective so far for me currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like you have a very packed schedule, though.
It does. So I have to like pace myself. Don't go too crazy.
Yes.
I take the time in my car. I'll like listen to either some podcasts as well to kind of help me learn.
I do that too.
Yeah, see, that's good. So I do that, and then maybe writing is good, like journaling. And then at nighttime, I've started to like, because I'm trying to like do more original music. So at nighttime, an exercise that helps me get to bed quicker is like I will. I'm trying to write song lyrics. So I have a little exercise where I'll write maybe a verse or a chorus of a song. It takes 15, 20 minutes, but that's another good exercise because I find that writing is really good. And especially when you get up in the morning, that's also very effective too. So those are kind of some activities that help keep me organized and sane, but still allow me to juggle these hats as best as I can.
Yes, very nice. With your past and current experiences in the entertainment and hospitality industries, how do you feel those multiple facets help you with this role and for the center?
I feel that it helps me because I've seen many, many different sides of the industry. So I grew up in hotels, married hotels since I was a young little puppy. And, just grew up and did different jobs. And I've had to learn, some hard lessons and some good lessons. So I've seen the ups and downs. Like, when you took my class, we talk about like RevPAR and all that.
Right.
So I'm able to teach things that I know that I grew up in that are kind of ingrained in me. And so I just want to share that with the students. And then the entertainment side, I've had my DJ company now for like 12 or 11 and a half years, almost 12 years.
Oh my God, yeah.
And so just from doing events and working in the industry and then doing the music production and then, recently the last 5 or 6 years being ingrained in the music industry and learning about like licensing and like sync licensing and performance royalties and all that and going to ASCAP and those kind of conferences. It just helps that I'm sharing the knowledge that I'm acquiring with the students so that the students can be even more prepared than I was when I was their age. And so I just really want to make sure that, because it's changing, all of this stuff is changing so fast. So the faster we can learn and teach, the more we can adjust when things change, but still be prepared moving forward. And then you add on the podcast, and that's like you're doing the production yourself. That's just kind of like the icing on top of the cake.
Right, awesome. Well, that is all the time we have for today. I would like to thank our guest, Amani Roberts, once again for joining us. You can find the links to all the information discussed on today's show in the description box below. Until next time, I'm your host, Melina Chow. Thank you for watching In Focus.